weren't shaking, right?
Yeah. It's twerking. The ball's not so bad. The ball's not so bad. Maybe I'm just that good of a shooter. NBA players just being babies.
Okay. Why aren't you in the NBA?
Cock-a-doodle-doo. What's up, everybody? Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, even if you don't like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Press the bell so you get a notification every time I release a brand new video. And of course, in the words of my grandpa,
Subscribe.
there you go, Gungo.
Bitch.
Telling grandma you said that.
Go ahead.
She gonna kick your ass.
I kick your ass.
Kick my ass?
Well, if you say.
Yeah, I don't want to be snitched. What's up, everybody? Before we get into the video, we have a very special message from the sponsor of this video, POIZON. Now, if you're like me and you want cheaper and legit sneakers that experts verify themselves before shipping, definitely shop at POIZON. And use code YT01, YT02, and YT03 for up to $30 off your next purchase this month only. Now, POIZON has over 300,000, yes, 300,000 plus products, including sneakers and luxury goods. They have free legit checks with an easy two-step process, and they verify before delivery. And if you're still not satisfied, they offer free returns within the 3 days that you get the items. And as for me, I've been using POIZON within the last year often, and I just received a brand new package from POIZON. As you can see, this beautiful box that came in. So we're gonna do a live unboxing right now. Let's see what's inside. As you can see, the POIZON bubble wrap. Let's open it up. Now, my first pair of lost and found ones, legit checked in all, even unlaced. I gotta lace them up myself, but it's all good, and it comes with the POIZON verification tag. I'm not gonna lie, they look sexy in person. The ashy soles like my elbows, and then the ankle area looking like KD's ankle area. You know me, I gotta do a sniff check. Now remember, if you want the peace of mind of buying legit, authentic sneakers with a great deal and a discount code on top of that, check out POIZON in the link in the description box. And remember to use code YT01, YT02, and YT03 for up to $30 off your order this month only. The discount code will not last long. Thanks again to POIZON for sponsoring this video and for the beautiful lost and found ones. Let's get into the video. So if you grew up watching the NBA in the early 2000s, your favorite players probably consist of Kobe, T-Mac, Vince Carter, Paul Pierce, Allen Iverson, Young Braun, KG, Tim Duncan, Nash, Kidd, you know, the golden era. But just last year, the NBA changed the official game ball from Spalding over to Wilson, which players dislike, by the way. I made a video on it, watch that video if you haven't, but it made me think of the 2006 new ball fiasco, where NBA and Spalding introduced a brand new basketball called the Cross Traxxion, which I got right here, which was also very hard to get my hands on. The things I had to do to get this ball, you don't want to know. Now, at the time of the Cross Traxxion's release in 2006, Spalding and the NBA were trying to be futuristic and make a ball with microfiber composite leather instead of real leather that the NBA is known to use in their game balls. And the NBA players at the time hated it. So much so that the ball only lasted from the beginning of the season to December. Now, what was so bad about this ball? Some players said that they got blisters and cuts on their hands. Other players complained about the grip when the ball got wet. The ball even bounced 5 to 8% lower than the older NBA balls and bounced 30% more erratically than the original balls as well. According to physicists testing of the ball, yeah, they had physicists test the ball. Shaq even said that he hated the ball so much he wouldn't be surprised if scoring and shooting percentages were down, which in fact was false. The scoring and shooting percentages actually went up while using the Cross Traxxion for those 3 months. While there were some players that said they liked the ball, in a Vice article it said that Steve Novak liked using the ball, and I believe there was a podcast video of Gilbert Arenas saying that he liked the ball, but I can't find it anywhere. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments below. Now, since the ball is composite, I just imagine it to feel like a Wilson Evolution or a Spalding TF1000. Those balls are pretty good when you're playing pickup at the Y, but that's not the NBA, alright? We're talking about the best of the best athletes and basketball players not liking this ball. So let's test the banned NBA ball out. Were NBA players justified in saying that this ball sucked, or were they just being divas? Let's find out. So we're finally testing out the banned NBA basketball from 2006 with my good friend who just happens to be a professional basketball player, Jaquil Taylor. We're gonna shoot 15 shots each with this ball, and then we're gonna compare it to the current NBA ball to see which one is better. And then we'll also compare it to a Wilson Evolution ball that most people play with. You ready to test this out?
Sure.
All right. Maybe it's the ball, you know?
Yeah, maybe it is.
Oh. Oh. 1 felt best to you?
I would say the new NBA Wilson basketball probably was the best one, honestly.
Which was second?
Probably Wilson.
Okay.
That one is terrible. To be honest, that one's absolutely atrocious.
NBA players said that they got cuts on their fingers and it was slippery. Did you feel that when shooting with it?
I don't know about cuts on the hand, but it was very slippery, yes. It was not very good.
Have you ever got cuts playing basketball because of the basketball?
No, that's brand new to me.
Steve Nash, you freaking idiot. Oh, there's the
wow,
lights.
there we go.
Now we have the lights.
Let there be light.
I'm nervous.
Shoot the ball. The ball's not so bad. Maybe I'm just that good of a shooter. NBA players just being babies.
Okay, why aren't you in the NBA?
All the NBA balls suck. The best ball is the Wilson Evolution. But if I had to rank them, the banned ball is better than the current ball because the current ball is too slippery. And we're back after testing the balls. I guess we should review them now. Let's get into it. Starting off with the feel and the grip of the ball. The most important aspect of the basketball is feel and grip, right? Feeling it is definitely a rougher feeling than other balls.
That's crazy.
That was nuts.
Even the current official NBA ball right now is a lot smoother than this one. But also in turn, it's a lot harder to grip at times. Now with the cross traction being composite leather, it definitely has a better grip, but it's not as smooth as other basketballs. Like the Wilson Evolution, TF1000, even the current official NBA basketball. You know how different balls can feel different?
That's crazy.
That was nuts.
And the grip can be better or worse depending on the conditions, the weather, if it's hot or if it's cold. I feel like the Wilson Evolution or even the current NBA basketball, the grip and feel can fluctuate, while the cross traction would consistently give you the same grip throughout, whether it's cold or hot. And I'm sure everybody's played with cheap outdoor basketballs, you know, the ones that are really rough and rigid. Even the basketballs where the skin is kind of peeled off, you know, from years and years of going hard with those balls.
Pause.
Oh, that was crazy.
So for you guys and for NBA players and me, who's definitely played with those trash basketballs, complaining about this ball is crazy to me. Now, obviously, if you're in the NBA, you want the best of the best. And you know, NBA players, when they reach that pinnacle, they're really picky with everything. You know, they change, you know, they eat at fancy steakhouses rather than the mom and pop restaurants with the rude wait staff. But honestly, complaining about this ball for grip does not make sense to me at all. They said you could get cuts with this ball. Now, while I can see where they're coming from because the ball is definitely rougher feeling, your hands gotta be super ashy for that to happen. So in turn, just use lotion. Use lotion, man. And you know, I saw this lotion on TikTok. I was influenced on TikTok to get this vanilla cashmere 24 hours. Ooh, smell like cookies. Use a lotion on your hands and your balls.
Hey, yo. You're going into a rabbit hole right now.
Hey, yo.
Basketballs, your basketballs. Grow up! Grip and feel rating of the cross traction, the NBA banned basketball from 2006 is a 7.5 out of 10. Now moving on to the weight and the shape. You're probably like, aren't all balls the same size and the same weight? No, that's not the case. And if yours is a crazy different size, go consult a doctor. Now even both these balls were freshly filled with new air before playing in them and testing. They're the same size and weight. And even so, the banned basketball feels slightly heavier than the official NBA basketball now. It could be the materials, but also the shape of the ball has more shape and curves than your average typical basketball. Like around the black seams, there's a pretty big and noticeable dip from the orange part to the black part. If there's a gripe to be had with the basketball, it's that, because it does feel different. And I'm not a big fan of that either. The weight and shape rating of the banned basketball, 5 out of 10. Now moving on to the bounce. Now the physicists. Yes, they even had physicists test the ball out. They said it bounces more erratically. I didn't get that sense because when they say erratically, I thought it was gonna be like how you put a plastic bag over a basketball and dribble and it bounces all over the place. Kind of like what Kyrie Irving said he did when he first started playing basketball to better his handles. And if you think about it, if this ball actually bounced super erratically and kids all over the world played with this ball, a lot of you guys would have way better handles now. Like Kyrie Irving, I'm just saying. The kids these days, handles are trash now because they're spoiled with Wilson Evolution basketballs to play with. But as for the height of the bounce, it definitely does bounce lower than other basketballs. Again, I put the same amount of air in this one as other balls I tested, and it just didn't bounce as high. I had to pound this ball super hard.
That's crazy.
That was nuts.
To make it bounce on par with this basketball. And you can just feel it when you bounce it and dribble it. Like I said, I filled it with air before filming. It just doesn't bounce as high as other basketballs. Rating 4 out of 10. So overall, while this basketball definitely isn't the best basketball out there, definitely not the worst. You know, personally, I'm really partial to the TF1000 because that's what I grew up with, and I really like the feel of a Wilson Evolution. I can see the differences between this ball and other balls I've had in the past.
That was crazy.
What do you mean?
Like I said, I can feel the differences in this ball and other balls that I've held, felt, and caressed.
Hey, yo, it's over. Yo, nah.
Honestly, it's human nature for people not to like changes. Even NBA players now complain about the brand new Wilson basketball that they use in the NBA games when they switched over from Spalding a few years ago. I made a video on that, go check that video out if you haven't already. But the current NBA stuck with the current ball and they didn't throw it away after a few months like they did with the cross traction. But you saw me, I got buckets regardless. Overall rating of the cross traction NBA basketball from 2006 that all the players hated is a 5 5.5 out of 10. So what do you think? Do you think you could hoop with this basketball and the NBA players were just being crybabies? Or do you think their reasoning was justified? Let me know in the comments below. Definitely not the best ball ever created, nor do I suggest you go on to eBay to buy this ball for $200, because that's what I did. Everything for the content, you know, everything for the content. But as an NBA fan who grew up watching the NBA during this era, having this ball is kind of like a cool memorabilia to have. You know, that's how I justify my $200 purchase on this basketball that all the NBA players hated. Alright guys, that concludes the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember to watch my other videos in the playlist up there and down there. Let me know what you think of the banned NBA basketball from 2006, the Spalding Cross Traxxion. Until next time, we out. Peace. I know he's hated on now, and I know he was hated on then, but Paul Pierce is the most underrated player of all time. Come on now.